Hey everyone, it's Natalie and welcome to this video. Today we're gonna have a Q&A and I'm gonna answer the questions you asked me on Instagram and Telenym, so let's start. So the first question that I'm gonna answer is something that I get all the time in my comments, and it's not anything that you asked, but I thought I would answer it anyway. Basically, where am I from? And so in case you stumbled upon this channel, I'm from Poland, but I lived in Switzerland for a year and now I live in Poland again. That's gonna change soon because I'm going to university, but we'll talk about that later on. Now, the second question that was most popular and that you actually asked a lot was, what are my plans for future? So if you watched my other videos, you know that I just started my holidays, I finished my last year of high school and I don't have to take exams because they were cancelled, so now we're just waiting for the results. And during the holidays I want to focus on YouTube, sports, I want to try surfing, I want to meet with my friends, I want to travel a bit if possible. So these are all my just simple plans for holidays. And after holidays I'm going to university, and most probably I'm going to Netherlands and I'm gonna study in Erasmus University Rotterdam. For now I'm enrolled in econometrics program, but I kind of want to study econometrics and philosophy or economics. Basically they offer like double bachelors and apparently you can switch after the first year, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna end up finishing, you know. And during my university I hope to realize what specific areas of studies interest me the most, and my plans for my career aren't that specific, but I really would like to work maybe in diplomacy, maybe in an organization like an international bank or World Bank or UN. So something hopefully connected to policy making or like finance. I'm not sure, but this is what I'm generally like interested in. The question that kind of relates to that is, do you still do MUNs? And basically MUN is a Model United Nations conference. I used to go on many conferences like that, and it really developed my interest in like debates, diplomacy and international relations. I think my eye just ticked. All right. And I was really active in MUNs in the first year of my high school. My high school was 3 years long. And the second year I went to Switzerland and I didn't go on MUN there. And then then we had the pandemic, so I didn't go on any MUN and I wasn't interested in trying it online. So actually I'm not really doing MUNs anymore, but I hope to try a university MUN edition while I'm at university. So yeah, that's like a general plan. Another question is how it was to study in high school, which looks like a church, and pozdrawiam. I mean, it was definitely nice to study in a school that looks nice. My previous schools looked like totally crap, and yeah, so that was an improvement. I actually think we're first gonna go with academic questions, so that's another one. What's the moment in the IB that you're the most proud of? So basically in IB you have to write many internal assessments. These are like long essays you basically have to upload, and you have like criteria and everything. And you know, some of them went better, some of them went worse, but the one that I was especially proud of was my history IA, and I really felt like, you know, I understood the topic, like the topic was good, everything sat with me right, and then I actually got the maximum points for the draft, and I mean I was so shocked. That was probably the best moment of IB. Next question is how to study with long hours of concentration, and honestly I still don't know. And I don't think it's necessary to study for long. For me, I often spend, you know, long hours doing something completely meaningless for my education. So sometimes studying for an hour or like even a half an hour can be more effective than studying for 2. So I think we should all really aim at effectiveness, not showing off for how many hours we are able to study and concentrate. The other questions are more connected to my hobbies or like personal. So the first question is, what is your MBTI? And so it's like a personality type, and my personality type is INTJ, if I remember right. So if that means anything to you, great. The next question is, what's my favorite food? And I actually like most of the food. However, I'm vegetarian trying to be vegan. So I like everything which is like plant-based, basically. Like 99% of like food I'll eat. Another question is, when is my birthday? And I was born on 7th February 2002. So here you go. The next question is whether I'm single or taken, and I'm actually taken. Yeah, that's the short answer to this question. The next question is best memories of my life. One of my best memories are from holidays or like some trips with my friends, especially actually trips with my friends and family. I really like coming back to them by looking at photos and all that. So yeah, probably just moments with my friends and family. Now, an oddly specific question, your favorite perfume and chocolates. My favorite perfume is actually, I think, jasmine. Was it jasmine? I think so. And yeah, it's finished, but like I have to buy it again. When it comes to chocolate, I don't know, I love all those chocolates with like cookies inside. So yeah, they're very good. Another wholesome question, what your perfect day would be like? And I most probably imagine getting up very early to like catch the sunset, and it's probably somewhere by the sea or in the mountains. I love both the sea and the mountains, and yeah, I don't see them very often in the area where I live. I just imagine kind of chilling, maybe reading a book, being with some people that I enjoy spending my time with, and eating good food. Then I got a couple of questions from my friend from Switzerland. Thank you for creativity. I haven't really thought of a smart way to answer them, and I feel like if I answer them seriously, that's kind of pointless. So yeah, if you guys have a good answer to these, you can let me know down in the comments. I will gladly read it. All right, another question is, how many languages do you speak or are you learning? I speak Polish as a native, then I think I'm quite advanced in English, but you can you can rate it based on how I speak in my videos. Then I also kind of speak French, but it's like it's really like a solid intermediate, okay? Then I also know some German. I used to be on like A2 or something, but then I stopped learning it. So I really just know basics. And then I want to start learning Dutch because I'm going to Netherlands next year. So yeah, basically I want to start, but I haven't. So that probably doesn't really count. All right, we were left with two last questions for today's video. And the first one is, what is your best advice? The answer to this question would probably vary depending on what point of my life you ask me this question, but I thought about it. And I think my best advice is that you have to realize that nobody cares, or nobody should care. Basically, the world isn't watching you, and whatever you want to do, if you want to start something that you're kind of afraid of, like you want to start to discover your fashion style, you want to start a YouTube channel as I did, you want to pursue some hobby, and you're afraid of judgment, just remember that probably people don't care if you do that or not. Like, nobody's gonna judge you because they simply don't care that much. They will notice, but probably they won't spend much time judging you or thinking about it. So that's my advice. So what I meant exactly is that you're just a small portion of somebody else's life, and probably people will not care as much as you think about your life because they have their own lives. So if the fear of judgment is stopping you from something, you just have to ignore it. And now that kind of relates to the last question, and it is, why did you start a YouTube channel? And I started my YouTube channel because that was my dream for years, really. I felt like I wanted to share my life with others, share what I discover on my life journey with others, and YouTube is the best way to do that, in my opinion. And I was afraid to do that for years. I felt like I didn't have anything interesting to say, that people are gonna judge me, like what would others think, or like all those insignificant details. And at the beginning of this year, I thought to myself that I have two options. I either stop thinking about YouTube at all and I don't come back to it ever again, or I start a YouTube channel now. And I chose the second option. So I think that's it for the video. I didn't answer 100% of the questions, but I think I covered most of them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions regarding my videos, or like you'd want me to do another Q&A because you still have questions, you can ask them below. And yeah, like this video, subscribe, and see you in my other videos.